Hello, beautiful people. Welcome in. We are just gonna go ahead and get started. It keeps saying that I'm streaming Water Park Simulator, and I'm not. All good. Well, we're here doing the Stardew today. And we're working on our Vegas farm. It's been a hot minute, but here we are. Um, we did finish the Joja requirements and got that all bought and everything. I did still have my notes on a little bit of what we needed to do. Upgrade shed, and we want to get Marnie's book so we can buy stuff anytime there. And then we have a peach and a pomegranate tree in the greenhouse right now, so the goal is to snatch up the rest of the fruit trees. So that is kind of where we is. I don't know what that said. Hold on, let's look again. Days in your hands. Okay. So after we get some upgrades and we get some passive money kind of going through, we will start romancing everybody so we can go ahead and get married. From what I can tell, you've been taking really good care of your pet. I'm really happy about that, but there are many sweet animals with a home, in need of a home. Aw, yay. Okay, so we can now start getting other animals too. Okay, this is the last day of fall as well. I don't know if we needed to keep anything specific. We shall look at our journal. Fix the giant stump for the raccoons. Prismatic jelly. We could try for that today. I feel like it tends to happen last minute. We'll keep some pumpkins as well. Heyo! Hello, Olivia. Curious what your question was for the 8-ball. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, let's put our... We got a ruby. Let's put our cranberries over here. Nice. Okay. And we'll snatch up our iridium. I feel like we were probably gonna use the iridium for something. I'm sure of it. Is the streamer crazy? 8-ball, who knows? It would have said yes. It would have said yes. Oh no. Is my camera, I think, is off a hair. Or I'm off a hair. Which, like you just asked, so. Okay. Really don't remember what I was doing this for. Maybe to upgrade my pickaxe? Dang, y'all, it's been a minute since we've been up in here. Okay. I think we were just working on getting everything possible for passive income. Okay, yeah, see, we started this. We needed mucho wood for all of that. Go ahead and snatch this. Okay. We don't have an auto collector yet, but that'd not be a bad idea to go ahead and snatch for these guys. Because we did upgrade the shed. We want Marnie's book. I don't know if the book dude is here or not today. I would assume no, it didn't pop up on the screen, but... Because an auto collector is 25k. That's a glitching down there. I don't know what's going on there. I thought you were gonna play Water Park Sim. It kept like not changing the title. I don't know why. Even after I changed it, it didn't do it. So I don't know. Hmm. We might pop on and play a little bit at the end here. Well, didn't mean to do all that either. I keep trying to run with the shift button. I'm missing a cow. That's just not how you do it in here. There's a cow somewhere that I didn't find. There's two. I'm looking for another older flat cow. I don't know where he ran off to. He disappeared. Oh no. Okay. Hey, Tigo. Welcome in. How are you? I guess you don't have to say since you did a silent hi, but hi. Back on a little bit of Stardew grind, even though I don't really remember everything that we were working on, but that's okay. Um, it was also very possible that I was trying to pull in some cranberry seeds. Hi, on hold waiting for someone to answer. Oh, what are we? Who are we trying to get a hold of? Okay, so we were pulling blueberries and stuff in here. We could put these in the thing. Solar people. Hey, there you go. I tell you what, they try to push the solar panels down here a lot. Like, I wouldn't mind eventually, like, if I ever have my own house. There's a lot of ifs, but solar would be nice to have. uh, it would, it would. But they're not in lack of companies, I feel like down here. There's so many people that, like, once you move, come and ask you if you want to get it. It can be a pain, I bet. Everything I feel like has its ups and downs, its goods and its bads. And especially with that, you know what? I'm gonna take all of those and those. Especially with that, because you gotta have like the backup batteries and that kind of thing. Gold, 10 coal, and 25 wood. Let's see if we have some to make a few more seed makers. Gold. Let's do, there's one in there. 3, 4, 5. Wait, I really counted wrong. 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Ah, yeah, okay. We got lots there. I think I did the sweet gemberry. Okay. I'm just kind of going back and forth. Not on purpose, I promise. Trying to get my thoughts arranged. Oh no! Did I crash? I might have crashed. It says connecting to chat. I don't know if you guys can still see. Oh, there it goes. I think it connected. I don't know if it crashed for a second or what. So sorry if we did. My apologies. Hold on. That. I think if I don't slouch, that maybe that's okay. Maybe. There we go. Yeah? Okay. Good shit. Good shit, guys. Good shit. Okay. To the greenhouse. Back to the greenhouse. Okay, so we're gonna make fuck, I forgot coal. My bad. Back to our resources. We'll get it together. It's been a week, I tell you all what. I'm sure everybody else is feeling that as well. Unfortunately. So we only have 2 coal. That's fine. And then we'll make a chest for in there. And then I'm gonna sell this jelly. I don't think you're ready to sell this jelly. Eee. Okay, so we want to put you here, you here. I don't know that we necessarily needed to do this yet, but we're doing it. Putting that in there. I need to actually go put my milking thing back. I tell you what, I sure did lose that other cow. Or maybe I didn't have one. Maybe I only had 3. I don't really remember, if I'm being honest. It's been too long. We'll probably play this all week. We might do Water Park Sim, like, at the end of streams, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. I do enjoy that game. Thank you for the hydrate, ATO. I should have got more. There's still a little bit in there, but I'll have to pause at some point to go get some more. Okay, and then we could potentially make more kegs. Copper, iron, oak. Let's see about that. Copper, iron, and oak. We don't have any oak, so that's okay. Okay. Let's go see if we can mine a little bit in just the local mines. I don't really remember what we were going to do either. I wrote down a couple things to upgrade the shed, which we got upgraded, so there's that. It's upgraded. And then to make sure we snag Marnie's book. And then I wrote down that we have a peach and a pomegranate tree in the greenhouse. So I was gonna get more trees too, more fruit trees. So I might go do that real quick and then we'll mine for potentially the prismatic slime. That doesn't give us a whole lot of time, but I feel like anytime I've waited till last minute, it's just kind of given me a better chance at getting it. I think we're gonna move things into the shed or something. Yes, the kegs. The kegs. But we gotta wait till they are done processing before we do move those. Okay. Check the cart lady. We might whip around and check her. So we got peach and pomegranate. So we need cherry, apricot, orange, apple. Gucci. So then we will whip around town to check the traveling trader. And I think too, we were at the beginnings of trying to romance people, but I don't think we got super far on that, which is fine. Totes my goats. Would it be cheaper at Joja? Wait, would what be cheaper at Joja? The trees? I don't think they have the trees, do they? Do they have the trees? I don't think they have them. But if they did, already bought them. Zero idea. All good. All good. We're gonna see if Marnie is at her thing. If I can potentially. She's not. Of course she's not, but it was worth ducking in here for. I wanted to see if I couldn't get an auto collector. Okay, let's take care of these trees. She's hiding in her room. She definitely is. She always is. Always a hiding. Okay, so I think, is this the pomegranate? I'm gonna look up the trees real quick. Because I would like Stardew zucchini. Okay. I would like to plant the corresponding fruit tree across from uh the ones that we already have, if that makes sense. Okay. Um, we have a peach and a pomegranate. Okay, I think this first one is a peach, and I think this one back here is our pomegranate. So, peach and orange. So I need orange across the way. I'm making chili and debating cornbread. That sounds so good. I say if you got the cornbread, make it. Because cornbread, I feel like, is good with anything or by itself. It's good with everything. Oh no, I didn't do that wrong. Apple. Okay. Apple is next. Two. Apple. Okay. And then these two, let's do cherries on this side so that the orange colored fruits aren't next to each other. Ooh, was that too many? Two. No, I think we're good. Two. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. We aren't really going to have time to mine, but we'll try it anyway. We'll do a little bit anyway. I could have put those pumpkins, I guess, in the fridge. That's kind of what I was waiting on them for. Just to have a few. Okay, we're just gonna local mine and see if we can't quickly find a. We'll go to 20. Quickly find a prismatic slime. Because maybe, you know? And the day was in our hands, so we can go as fast or as slow as we want. Oh, I guess I could drink a coffee and take a spicy eel. Kind of get through this a little quicker. More floors to go through that way. Nada. This one might be a good one to wait too until we have the monster musk as well. But maybe, I don't know, do we get the monster musk from this one? That might be a thing. I don't really remember. You know, I think we do get the monster musk from this one. That's sad. Ooh, give it to me in this one. Or not. Ain't nothing over here. I haven't had chili in a long time. I would love to have chili. I can't even have chili anymore, I don't think. Probably not anyway. I could maybe attempt to make it for myself. I don't, it just wouldn't be as good, that's for sure. Not as good at all. Uy. That is kind of future goals here, is trying to figure out recipes that I can have. That way I don't have to be bored forever with what I'm eating, for one, and two, don't have to suffer from what I'm eating. I don't think I can ever eat like a nice salad ever again either, which makes me sad. I might try to find a way. Um, but as it stands, for any homemade ranch that I've ever had, it takes like some type of mayo, which has egg in it, can't have egg. Um, some type of dairy of sorts, can't have dairy. And then some type of like chives, typically. And I can't have chives. Ranch is like my favorite though. Now I did find there was a small, like local company out of, I think it's out of Nebraska. They have like a Greek dressing that looks like it would be okay. So I could probably try that if I really wanted a salad, but so no nice salad. How about an ice salad with water dressing? That I could do. That would be okay on my tummy. It would make me very sad, but I could do it. I'll get creative though. We'll start getting creative. That's the idea anyway. I also came up with a nice lofty goal to potentially get out of the United States. It might take a while, but I think I actually have a plan, which is the first step to anything. You know what I'm saying? Can I join you? You have to get a correct visa, but yeah, like permanently. No, like permanently or not. But I'm thinking Australia. If I live there and like work there for 3 years, with the job that I do, uh, I could apply to be a resident. So that would be pretty cool. We can use the minecart. I forgot about that. So that is kind of the goal. Now, to get that, they use a little bit of a different coding system for medical records than we do here, but they offer a like, they're like, so in the United States, we have an organization called AHIMA, which is, don't ask me what it is, stands for something, Health Information Management Association. American? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, they have one for Australia. Theirs is HIMAA. Um, so that organization that is equivalent to ours here that I'm a membership of, they have like classes that they offer through their organization to like cross train you basically from the coding system that we use here versus the one that they use there. So ooh, I want to join you. Gotta go live with all the dangerous animals. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe like in the city and I won't have to deal with that as much. Remember, they lost to the emus down there. They lost to birds. That's okay. That's okay. I hear that The koalas sound like they're like screeching. I never really knew, I guess, what a koala sounded like until the other day. Uh, that K-pop group that I like, two of the guys are from Australia, and he like one of them started making a koala noise in it. I died laughing. It was so funny. Another war we weren't allowed to learn in school. War of emus? Listen, we didn't learn a whole lot in school for like going to school for so long. It kind of makes me angry. Kind of makes me angry. But with all that being said, Australia is a place that I have wanted to go since I was a youngin'. Since good old Steve Irwin, I used to watch him all the time. And that has honestly been a life's goal to go there. Not necessarily live there, but to go there. And I feel like with the state of things, it would be kind of cool to go live there for a little bit. So, at least a little bit. And I think they have Twitch. Like you can do Twitch there because I know some countries, Twitch is not available for streaming. Um, but I do believe Australia is one that is allowed. Let me look that up. See, I've been like, yes, it is active and available. Heck yes. Melbourne, Perth, Sydney, and Brisbane. So I'm thinking of aiming at Sydney first, but it kind of also depends on job availability. But I gotta save up money to even do the program to like crash trains, so once I saw how big spiders were, I changed my mind. Oh, also a long plane ride would make me claustrophobic. We're about to do about the same plane ride distance here in November because we're going to South Korea and it's going to take us 14 hours or more, I think. It's basically a whole day of traveling, and I'm not looking forward to that part. But I'm looking forward to our trip for sure. I'm gonna get a tattoo, guys, while we're in South Korea. I'm so excited. Uh, excuse me. You'd fit in Ireland. So many leprechauns you'll be amongst your people. Um, average height, okay? If that's what you're getting at. Also, though, at one point I had Irish genetics in me, I guess, according to Ancestry, and then they took that away. I was like, what the hell? What the hell? What the helly? Kind of upset me. Pull all that out. We are going to plant these guys. But apparently I do have Scottish roots still. I also feel like no, I want to do them here. I also feel like I could probably look at other countries as well if I wanted to. Ireland was one I thought about. Scotland was one I thought about. Norway was one I thought about because they have really good, like, happy people. But I think Australia is gonna be first. I wouldn't mind, like, traveling the world and living in a few different countries. I think that would be cool too. I'm Scottish and Irish. See, that's what I had, like, mixed it in the beginning anyway. And then they took it away from me. So rude, I tell you. So rude. Oh, you know what we could do in here? We need more sheds to put more things in there. I've looked into Ireland. They will give you a house as long as you fix it up. They will give you money to be there. Yes, but you also have to think about work as far as like someday that money's gonna run out because I don't think it's a monthly thing, or maybe it is up to a certain amount because I have looked into that too. Also Japan was another one on my list. Japan, oh, and South Korea. South Korea, I thought maybe not to live because politically they're still very conservative. Even though we're going there and I want to visit, but they're still decently conservative over there. But they use the exact same coding system that we do here. It would be learning another language, though. I'd have to be fluent in Korean to be able to pull that one off. Pretty sure Ireland has jobs. Yeah, but you gotta make sure you have all your right type of visas and all that lined up. I just didn't look too far into it, is what I'm saying mostly. But yeah, Korean and Japan, you have a language barrier. Yeah, unless I learn the language, that would be my thing, is if I went somewhere where I didn't know the language, I would want to learn the language before I went. Because I think that's only fair to everybody, myself included, uh, to learn the language if I'm going to live there. As far as Korean goes, I would probably pick that up a little quicker just because of my exposure to it now. And I know their alphabet system already, and some small words and stuff. Nothing crazy. This is why I'm a truck driver. Everyone loves drivers. Everyone wants someone transporting things. It's universal. Um, yep, you just gotta make sure it's on their list of like either skilled workers or like something like that, or that you can get somebody to sponsor you from a company and then you're good to go. So I don't think that for what you do that would be very hard at all. I wouldn't think so anyway. I've never tried it, but like I feel like you could do it. I can move you to Canada right now if I want. There you go. Move to Canada. That was on my list too. I didn't look further into that one. The furthest I looked into would have been South Korea and my options there, and then Australia, because I don't know what drove me to this specific thing, and I like found exactly what I needed to find to be like, oh yes, I can keep doing what I'm doing there. um I just need a little bit of a transition as far as the coding system goes, which shouldn't be too bad, honestly. I wouldn't think. Canada is a no, though. Too much snow. No, I agree with that. I definitely don't want to be in the super cold. Could I do it if I had to? 100%. Um, but I would rather not. Yeah. Honey Thighs is live. Yeah, she must have well, she got off work a little bit ago, but no, I knew what you meant. You're totally good. Totally good. I assume she will be playing some Genshin probably. I'm gonna sneak in on her as well just to give her some support. Thank you for the look, Miss Honeyflies. If you're listening, Princess. Oh, Princess. Princess, where are you? Yeah. All right. Okay, so we got the top two. We need bottom two. I am so excited for our trip though to South Korea coming up. Soups excited, which by the way, and you guys don't have to feel obligated to, but I do have a um there's a QR code at the top of my screen if you want to pitch in a little bit of money on that for me, but you also don't have to. I will also link it in chat if you want to go to my throne. That is where it is located at. So help pitch in for that. Would be greatly appreciated. Would be. Still need to get to 2K for the rewards. Okay, so what rewards are you trying to do? Is it bits? Are you trying to get, is there a bit reward for biddies? Because you kept sending me biddies, which I don't mind. You can send me all the biddies you want. I would also accept biddies for the soul trip. Okay. Let's put these liveries. Actually, let's take these with us and check in on this because I don't remember if we checked it. Because, short-term memory loss. Feel like it happens quite a bit. Okay. So we do not have to necessarily do anything. Let's go see if Marnie is available. I'm also gonna snag 5 sheep. I was gonna maybe upgrade my steel axe, but I don't think that I can. We are gonna make some. I'm gonna make one of those. What else we got? So we need iron and copper for whatever else. So you're going to North or South Korea. Um, let me just give you a moment to think about that one. I'll give you a moment. And I'll let you guess which one I'm going to. Uh, okay. We could also buy some coal. North, right on the money, right on the money. Yeah, we're going to get imprisoned in the north, actually, is what we're doing. They do have tours now. We ain't going to the North Korea. We're going to the South Korea. Going to the South. We'll be in and around Seoul mostly. I would love to go back at some point and like kind of do Busan. It is very pretty as well. And like Jeju Island is super pretty. I've only seen pictures and videos, of course, but bruh. Okay, let me check this. You survived. Your hometown can't be different. Listen, there are things that I want to say right now too, but I will refrain. I will refrain. Oy. It's nothing bad about anybody specifically, I guess. Not anybody I like. And not about our hometown, actually. So, grubs have made mining dangerous. Okay, so we could do grubs or the fragments. See, I feel like these need the monster musk, but I guess we could. Let's do the grub one. It's kind of frustrating with this game where we are. Okay, that's okay. Let's see if we can book it to Robin's and make a shed. Maybe. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Because I just wasn't super sure what all we were doing, and now I feel behind. I don't know that we're gonna make it, but we can always go mining for the grubs as well. So we'll put all this up. And we will grab wood and stone. We'll just run, hopefully. Maybe we can do this. I don't even remember what kind of day it was. Guys, I'm panicking. Why am I panicking? It's Stardew Valley. If I quit picking things up, it would help. Oh my goodness, we're gonna make it. Hell yeah. Okay, construct. You want another shed. You know what I think we were doing was we were going to upgrade our chicken coop. But you know what? We'll do this first. All good. Speaking of hometowns, they had a police case there, my hometown, the other day. Um, I believe I saw that. You are speaking of the guy that stabbed a guy from another town. Sorry, I shouldn't have laughed at that. But I was trying to figure out how to say that nicely. There just wasn't a nice way. Okay, grubs are the guys in the ground. So we'll try to like, yeah, those guys, I think. I think, right? Grubs. No, what are the grubs? Oh no, they're the ones that turn into the flying guys, I think. Yeah, the Lion King. Timon and Pumbaa eating the grubs. Timon and Pumbaa. Meow. Oof, oof, oof. There ain't been no grubs. Any grubs? Hello? Any grubs? This is kind of crazy, y'all. I don't remember if it was a good or bad luck day either. Which, regardless, we're not running into any. Allow. Oh my goodness. Where art thou, grubs? Why therefore art thou, grubs? I would hope, too, that we would get some freaking coal, was what I was going to say, and then we got one. Okay. Okay, there we go. Excuse me! Well, we learned that those guys aren't grubs, but we'll still. I think they're Duggies. Duggies or something like that. These guys are the grubs. I think. Yes. We got one. Oh, my Lanta. Okay. Cute, 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 cute. What are you? A jade for me. You're getting a lot of copper this way too, though, so that is good because we did need the copper. Kappa, Kappa Chappa. I think we're definitely gonna buy some coal tomorrow, though. Also, depending on how much we make, we might upgrade our regular axe. Well, I didn't mean to kill that guy like that. Okay. Oh, there's 3. Ripe for the picking. I used to think that the grubs in Lion King when I was younger looked tasty. Did I ever try and eat a bug in real life? I don't think so. I don't think so. But they made them look real good on the Lion King. Well, let's see if there's some down here too. Nope. Nope. Okay. Oh, we ran out of our go-go juice. Oh, I think it was just this. We'll take another one. She's so fast with both of them. Dude, there's not been very many grubs at all. Okay, so we might be done with mining for tonight. Let's stop. Little wormies. I do kind of want to save these winter roots. We can make root platters with them. Ooh, I'm gonna sell those dudes. Sell that. And then, and these two. Okay, so just to remind myself, we're gonna pull those out. Fiber can go in there. Bug juice. Those fellies. Oh, pumpkins. I can take the pumpkins back in too. Nice. Nice, Picasso. I like it. I like it. And then actually, we will pull all this out. Double check this stuff and grab our cheese and mayo. Which our cheese I'm just kind of saving up for running through the skull mines. We can sell the non-starred and the goat cheese. Actually, we'll keep the goat cheese for the no, we'll go ahead and sell it. We have some salads, and I guess if we run out, we can do more salads. At least she can have a salad. Sorry, I'm back. No, you're totally fine. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That call was ridiculous. Oh, I'm sorry. Those are stressful too. Very stressful. I hate that for you. Okay. So let's check it. Okay. Take a drink of my matcha. Matcha matcha. Okay. What do we got going on today? Snow tomorrow. Extra luck. We will keep this Joja Cola. Okay. She's got a wood chipper. And Willie needs a squid. I do need to look up. It is in winter at night. I think it's any time. Any weather. I mean, just kidding. We won't look it up because I think that's correct. Oopsie. Okay, so we will go ahead and take these down because we're going to put them in the shed next to the one we just put down over there. So I'm going to stick them in here. They want to charge us about half of what it costs initially to remove and reinstall our system to replace our roof. Ooh. Ooh. That's still a big chunk. Because I know that's not cheap. Oofy, oofy, oofy. Catch a squid. Yeah. Sell that. Let's pull these guys out. This, and this. Yeah. No, stop it. Okay. Like I said, ridiculous. Very much so. Very much so. That's insane. Our trees grew. Yay. Roofs, man. I tell you what, my sister was having issues. They've been trying to sell their house for a hot minute. And their roof has been like hellacious. Uh-oh. I forgot I have to feed them in the winter. So what did I miss? You didn't miss a thing. We we did build a shed. We did build a shed, and that was about it. Other than that, did I like this? Okay. Other than that, we need to get Willy and Octopus. Oh, Space Baby, thank you for the sub. Yay! Happy 6 months! And we made our daily sub goal, which is what I think we're going to start doing every day that we stream from now on. So, yay! Thank you for both subscribing and letting me hit that goal. Much appreciated. Oh, did I already do that? All of these cows look the same. Heck yeah, how are you? I'm doing okay. I am doing okay, my dear. I am holding up because of all the things personally and because of the state of the world. So we're just making it through barely. In a good way, you know? In a good way. I was telling chat earlier that I do have plans now to cross train in my job to potentially be able to move to Australia for a little bit. So I do have to wait till I get enough money to even be able to do that. It is like an actual class. And it's gonna cost me around 4,000 to do so. Um, but yeah, I chose Australia for a few reasons. It would be an easy cross train thing besides of course having the upfront cash and moving and that kind of stuff. Um, but also like they speak English there. I was thinking South Korea, but I would have to be fluent in Korean, and I think I could learn the coding system quicker than me being fluent in Korean. Um, but if it is something that I want to later on, I could even do South Korea if I learn the language. But yeah, because South Korea does use the same coding system that we do in the medical world. So what a thunk. Australia does not, but it is similar. It is similar enough that they have a program to transition you to it. So I'm pretty excited. I just found out the information literally last night. But yeah, that would be so crazy cool. I agree. Australia has been on my bucket list for literally forever since I was a child. Because of Steve Irwin. I loved that man growing up. Still have a good place in my heart for him. But yeah, that is the plan. I just gotta make the money first. So I'm gonna try to be on that grind as much as possible without overdoing it because I also don't want to burn myself out. But also with Australia, I could still stream going there. So, um, if I did South Korea, they don't do Twitch anymore. It used to be a thing, but it was too expensive for them to upkeep there. So they don't do it anymore. I am also looking at a move. Yay! And a new job. Hell yeah. Congratulations. Congratulations. I'm so excited for you. That's so exciting. I know you said something about kind of being forced to move, but has that gone somewhat smoothly trying to figure that out? At least I hope. I'm sure your boyfriend has probably helped some, yes? Yes, yes. Okay, we're gonna sell this, and then we are gonna go pop in this at Clint's and then go to the Skull Cavern. Yeah, I forgot about this guy. We'll follow him first. That way we can start getting notes. Moves are exciting and exhausting, though. I will say that. But they can be so exciting. I feel like change is like a double-edged sword for me. Exciting and scary all at once. But like even coming up with this idea for Australia, like pumped already. So I feel like that's what I gotta do. If I'm this excited about it because I figured out like a plan of action to get there and like do all the things, like makes me so much more excited. So much more excited. Well, we're gonna snatch this too. That's good. Yeah, I think so. Um, oh, not at all. Boyfriend and I did the breakup, but it's all left me with one option that I feel is fated for me that I've been avoiding for years and years, which would be to move to Cali with your aunt. Oh, yay! That's exciting though. Uh, yay, that is a lot to look forward to. Yeah, but yours is too. Yes, that's exciting. Well, I am sorry about the breakup. Hopefully, it was at least on mutual ground and nothing too crazy because that sucks. But yeah, um, Callie was on my list of kind of thinking about. So with my um astrocartography, I kind of started to look at that before I started digging in deep last night into everything. So I do have some lines over there that are very positive. Um, so I looked at, oh, I can't even remember what town or city it was, but I have a line going right through it, but I can't remember what it is. So I would tell you if I remembered. I promise. I don't remember. I'm gonna move this over because maybe that. Oh, yeah, there we go. We're center. There we go. We knew it was coming, just not so soon. So it's been a rough few days coping, but honestly, I'm more grateful for our time than anything. There you go. That's a good way to look at it. Well, I am overall very happy for you. I know some things aren't so great in that same breath of things, but new opportunities, man, new opportunities. I can feel them a brewing. We're gonna go ahead and eat that. And this. Okay. No certain goal going in here besides to try to get some iridium, but I don't know how well that's going. But yes. Oh goodness. Well, I hope your move goes smooth. I'm a weird, calm, kind of anxious about it all. Well, yeah. So kind of try to, this sounds weird, I guess, maybe. Try to reflect on that a little bit to see if maybe it's like secret excitement and your body just doesn't know how to necessarily react. Since I mean, I feel like you've probably been in like fight or flight for so long that any type of vibration like that probably feels scary to your nervous system, even though it could just be super exciting. But yeah, hopefully the move there goes well. Hopefully it's not too long of a drive. Yeah, for sure. It shouldn't be too bad of a drive. I wouldn't think. Man, I think when I moved down here, it was almost a full day, and we did break to like, because I was so tired. I was like, I cannot. We have got to sleep a little bit. I haven't even figured out how I'm getting there, or when, or what I'm taking. And you know what? That is a-okay. What do you have to be there by like moved out by a specific time or anything like that? I know. You said something about your lease was coming up. I do remember that kind of being a motivating factor, I guess. A not fun motivating factor, but nonetheless. Oh, no, stop it. Okay, that got both of them. Cool. I'm thinking of getting a desk job. Oh, wait. Uh, End of October. Okay, so yeah, that is kind of coming up, but you'll get it. You'll get it. Um, I'm thinking of getting a desk job at my work, quitting trucking and being a driver manager. Trucking is breaking me down. Oh, I bet your tailbone is hurting you when you stand up. I seriously feel that so much, and I don't drive a lot, but I sit in this same chair a lot all day long. And I didn't use a like squishy pad before to sit on, and now I have to. I have to get some of that pressure off of my tailbone area because same. I forgot to buy coal at Clint's. Oh no. Hopefully we get a lot here. But yeah, I feel you. Getting old. Girl. I am not too far behind you. Setting does a lot of harm to your body though too. So I totally get that. Ay! We're just gonna go exactly 1 year on the dot. Actually, you don't have to answer this if you do not want to, so don't feel obligated to at all because it's a little bit of doxing yourself, I guess. But do you know what time of day you were born? I was born at 12:06 p.m. Because it would be crazy if it was like even the same time. Because then it would be exactly. Oh, stop it. 11:02 p.m. It'd be crazy if it was even a little bit closer than that. So, oh, like 11 hours-ish, give or take. Hello. Uh, you were in the afternoon. I was the middle of the night. Yep. I can't remember if I was like a fast, say it like I was, able to remember, but I was gonna say, I can't remember if I was like a fast birth or not. Homie, I wasn't there. I mean, I was there, but not to where I could remember. I do think it was pretty quick though. I was an after C-section baby. So I think I just kind of flopped on out of there. Sorry if that gave anybody a visual. Good thing about it though is not everybody knows what my mom looks like. I escaped, yeah. I definitely did. I was a morning baby. That would be cool. I was born in the morning. I will say, and I don't know if anyone else feels this way, it would be a cool thing to just kind of guess, but like, I am more of an afternoon person too. Like, I operate better, like if I sleep in a little later and don't get up super early and that kind of thing. I don't know what your mom looks like. Do you? Do you or do you don't? You said. Because I would think if anyone knew what she looked like, it would be you. But so none of you guys know what my mom looks like, so no harm, no foul on that. I was evening. My aunt always complained that I ruined her senior day Disney trip. Aw, just to not come out all day. Aw, that's kind of funny though. I was born at 5:40. That is a very early. So are you a morning person then? Remember, we don't really know each other in middle school or high school. Oh yeah, had no idea. Yeah, I didn't know if you maybe saw her at school things. She didn't really go to school things though. Like my orientation for high school, I think that was it. I do remember one of our teachers hitting on her, and she she like came back at him too. It was hilarious. Hilarious. Middle school shop teacher, if you were curious, Olivia. The creepy one. Sometimes I get up and I go, but some days I drag. Yeah. I wish I was more of a morning person. Oi, oi, oi. I need to organize that and eat this. All I knew of was you. All I knew of you was that you were the weird girl that had the same birthday. I like that. I like that. Listen, that's pretty spot on though. The weird girl. The little weird girl. The shop teacher flirted with all moms and all their daughters. Oh yeah, no matter what grade level. Yeah, it was creepy. Creep. I feel like a creep. Make it overheat. Okay, I thought there was little guys there. I don't know how all the other moms reacted, but my mom definitely, like, told him off. My mom was sassy back then, though. Like, the biggest thing my mom ever taught me as a young lady was that guys only ever wanted one thing from you, so don't trust them. Oi! Oi! Okay, well, I'm gonna read this, too, so hopefully you don't kill me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. I feel like a creep. What? Well, we wasn't hitting the thing. A gosh darn thing. I hate these levels. The little spirals piss me off. I remember one time it was our B-day and I was eating lunch and I heard happy birthday to you and I got excited and then they sang happy birthday um just to me and nobody sang it to you. Rude. Rude. It was your friends. Rude. Listen, I ain't even talked to half them. I ain't even talked to half them anymore. Probably more than half, actually. I talked to two of them. One of them being Thighs. So I don't know if Thighs was there or not, though. I think she had a different lunch. I was the loner, remember? I know it, and I hate that. I hate that. If it makes you feel any better, I doubt it will, but if it makes you feel any better, um, it was pretty lonely being around people too, because to an extent, and especially in the position that I was in, as far as being like somebody that was really neutral, could get along with anybody, nobody was really close to me. And so I still got left out of some things, not everything, granted. Sorry, my eye is dry. Um, not everything, but it was still a enough to make you feel lonely kind of shit going on, even being around people, which I still get some of that nowadays with certain people. For example, I know she won't ever watch my stream. I was talking to one of my cousins, and we were talking about different things, and of course, me and her don't agree on a lot of things, politics, religion, and that kind of stuff. However, somehow we are able to like get along and still like talk things out. Uh, we respect each other enough to do so for the most part. But it has gotten to the point that she like cuts me off every time I try to say something and like talks over me, and like I can't do that. Like I was going to tell her about the whole Australia stuff, and she cut me off enough when I was like um talking about another thing um that I didn't even get to tell her. Didn't even get to tell her. We'll go back in time and eat lunch with me. Yeah, we could eat Chicken Patty Wednesday together. I like that. I like the sound of that. That is so messed up. Yeah, for sure. And I hope that it's not getting to the point that she's cutting me off because it was something we like very much disagreed on. Um, Something that happened this past week. I think you guys probably all know. It was to the point that me and family were arguing. We weren't really arguing, but we were sending long messages back and forth um on a post that I had made, which I have since taken down because of the whole doxing business, and I live with other people. If I was by myself, I would definitely go gung ho on all of this. But out of respect for who I live with, I don't go gung ho. Just in case, because Thighs gets nervous and anxious, and I respect that. It is her house. I don't want to put them in any danger. But it was about all of that, and she kept cutting me off and was like, "Well, this, and I'm like, I brought this up to you because it was her brother that I got into an argument with, and I was like, I think that at least I changed how much hate he had in his heart for um like Democrats and stuff. So, but she just kept cutting me off, so I couldn't really tell her exactly what had happened, and she was like, "Well, this is why this and that and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Bitch, if you don't let me freaking talk, I'm about to go ape shit." Okay, I think we can move those over there. Do you and Thighs live with each other? We do. I live with her and her hubby. They were kind enough to give me a roof over my head when I've been struggling on the struggle bus. Unfortunately. First, it was my dog having health issues, and she has since passed. And now it's me. Funny enough. So I am glad that I am here with them because I just kind of kept getting pummeled with stuff, if I'm being honest. So my phone just vibrated, and my thought was, oh my God, my cousin actually watched me for the first time ever and heard that. She didn't. It wasn't her, I promise. It would have been funny though. Would have been hilarious. Okay. Okay, and I'll put these up here. Yes. Financially, though, I think I'm starting to balance out a lot of things. So I'm very thankful that I have been able to stick to a budget and all that for the most part. I mean, I hiccup here and there kind of thing, but for the most part. Actually, let me put this in between these. Kind of in between these. We can put the wheat in there, that in there, and then in there. And then we're gonna put coffee in here. Dude, you can give to balance Olivia's finances. Girl, if I had any to give, I would help you, but there is nothing to give. I promise you that. I budget so hard that like my budget sits at a zero balance by the time everything goes to what it needs to go to. So that's where we're at. Well, that is exactly where we're at. Pick up this guy. Okay, so I think next we will upgrade the shed and stuff, so that we can, at least it's not negative. It was yesterday. I got paid today. But State Farm decided to be silly with when they took out my payment because I do automatic payment. So I was negative $154 yesterday. uh it is fixed today. We are not negative today, but and it only sat like that for a day. But there was a time before I watched my budget better that it was negative a lot. So we're getting there. So still not negative. Exactly. And I think I'm able to do some savings, which is great in time for Korea. That's kind of what I am banking on. And then after Korea, the savings will go towards class 4 transitioning to the Australian code system and getting all that set up. So I'm excited. I'm even excited just to kind of start that transition, even saving for it. Like, I'm just excited. Because I think it's something that I didn't think I would ever actually be able to do. And here I am. I didn't get these guys a heat? No, they do have a heater. Okay. My bad. Um, Here's something that will make hometown mad. Saturday, I have to wear a dress for an awards thing for trucking. There you go. Rub it in their face. Rock that dress, girl. Rock it. Oh, thank you for the head pat this Saturday. Ayo, there you go. Flaunt it. Flaunt what you got. I'll be cheering for you. Close that up. There we go. Ooh, some more mushrooms. We basically have to sell those though. They aren't worth shit. Aren't worth shite. Nice. Well, you will have to send me a picture or post a picture on Facebook, Olivia, of what dress you end up wearing. That way we can all see it. And they can get pissed and I'll be like, fuck off. I'm going with my brother for a day trip to mom's on Saturday and back Sunday. Hey, is mom too far from you? Or is it a nice little trek? Mm, yeah. I need to 6 hours. That is that's a nice little trek. A little bit of a trek. Not too terrible, but not super great either. I feel ya. Okay, so I can't do the upgrades on the barn and the coop yet just because I need more wood. We can make a few more kegs, possibly. Copper and iron. Ooh, we do need to go get more um coal. That's what I was thinking. No one prepared me for how weird dresses feel when you don't wear dresses outside until you're an adult in your late 20s. Listen, I kind of feel that though. Like I always wear like biker shorts or something underneath mine. I can't wear just a dress. I am not a dress girly. I just shoes are always so difficult to find. That too. Quarry, very much that. Yes, you always gotta have an undergarment of some sort. I feel like, because I just, ugh. Yeah, but you had practice at times. Sometimes that stuff you kind of learn as you go, though. Um, and especially, I didn't learn too many tricks, I feel like, until I was older. The tricks you learn from other people, though, I feel like. Prom, homecoming, court warming. Yeah, but you know what we did? It was like we didn't put shorts and stuff under them back then, which we should have. Like that would have been a great tip from anybody older to be like, you need to. But we were so young, we didn't care about chafing. So yeah, the good stuff you learn when you're older. Practice wearing them and not feeling, I guess, super uncomfortable. Yes, but it also depends on the dress, man. Also depends on the dress. I need to get a yearbook. Well, can you still get old yearbooks from high school? I'm curious about that. I mean, I have all of mine, but no, I tried. I didn't know if they'd have too many extras or not. Um, oh, um, I need boom booms for that, but I think I have to buy boom booms anyway, so we'll go that route. Let's get coal first. Coal. Sorry, that's what that reminded me of. Check the quarry too. I will do that. I'm gonna go buy boom booms, and that might. I don't know if it will knock down the trees or not, but it might give us wood too. I still have the slideshow of us morphing from middle school to senior year. Yeah, that was pretty cool at the reunion. Let's go megas. Oh, well, I didn't mean to. You know what? Make it an even 10. That was a lot of money on just those. That's okay. That is a-okay. Okay, so now quarry. Wait, well, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna do that. Then. Ouch. Yeah, I don't think it harms the trees anymore. I was kind of hoping that it would, though. We will do one there. And then I think call it over here because there's really not much going on. Thanks for the silent hi, Olivia. Oh, that's Maru's thingy. She's got going on. Let's go to the bus stop. Bus stop and back home. We only got 9 coal from there. Oh, thank you for the posture check. I'm gonna like get all set up. I'm gonna actually kind of stretch my back too. My chest tends to pop quite a bit. We also need a squid for Willie, so we might go to the beach when it turns 5 to do that. Okay, so let's see. We need, what do we need? Okay, let me pull the coal out. We'll do that. Okay, so we'll put this one in. Fill this. Okay. And then what did we need that was coal? Was it seed maker? But I made like 4, so I think that's fine. I think we mostly just needed it for making bars of things. I could not think. Okay, so we got more kegs done. Uh, weren't you a dance team member or a cheerleader at one time? I believe Thighs was. Thighs was a cheerleader in middle school, potentially freshman year. I can't remember if she carried it into that. But we were both on the dance team. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I loved making up the dances and like helping with that. So when I was younger, I thought um that maybe I would do choreography when I grew up. That didn't happen. See, I was paying attention, maybe just a little bit. Can I put that down? Yeah, sure. The way I forgot dance moves, though, hilarious. Hilarious. Those are good. See, all this wood just ready to get chopped down. I just don't have an axe. Okay, so we'll snatch the stuff to sell, and then we'll head to the beach. Thank you, chickens, for your sacrifice. Oh, I didn't check in here today. Oopsie poopsie. My peach. Oh, I don't have my watering can. See, I'm already fitting in with all string. Watering can. Water. 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 Water bottle. Water. Sorry, I'll stop. That's not a knife. This is a knife. I'm gonna keep these in here too. I remember telling one of the rednecks in our class, your town, that if he joined the dance team, I would join the cheer squad. I bet they were super excited about that and was ready to join. Not too long ago, I find this actually hilarious, but one of the redneck guys from my class or like from my town, um, reached out to me on Snapchat. And it was one of those, hey, how you been? Haven't talked to you in forever. And I was like, thanks. I'm a lesbian now. And then he, fair enough. Fair enough. That's the way to do it. Just tell him you're a lesbian. It works every time. At least with those types of people. I have a better chance with you. See, I am, at the time, I really did think that I was a lesbian, but I am bi or pan. I go by either term, but pan is probably the most descriptive, like spot on description, I feel like. So, yeah, probably. But yes. Okay, so now we're gonna start putting these here and some of these here. And then we can take this and head to the beach. Great, your pan. I guess I'll hide my pans in my kitchen from you. You probably should keep them all strapped down so I don't take any of them. I feel like it's bisexual for people back home because they don't understand being pan. And then anywhere else it's like, yeah, I'm pan kind of like that kind of vibes. Do I? Oh, I need to turn that guy in. Do I have that one? No, I already have that one. I haven't been down onto the beach in a while. I have this nice cast iron pan you'll love. Good. I love steak a lot, and cast iron pans make really good steak. So, win-win. Win-win. Let's get us a squid before time runs out for the night, hopefully. And then after this day, we might go to the water park sim for a little bit, just to switch things up. And albacore, though, we are going to save that. Because I think somebody asks for an albacore. I had a steak last week. Hold on, I'll read that in a hot second. I had a steak last week and it was so salted. I was scraping the salt off it before you could eat it. Ew. Although I like salt, I like a lot of salt. I had, oh, actually Tuesday when Thighs and I, we both canceled stream. They got a new vehicle. It is super nice. So we went and celebrated that. Her and I, we both had a sirloin steak. We went to Chili's, and I feel like Chili's does not know how to cook a ribeye. And I love ribeye, and like that's what I used to get all the time. They just can't ever get it right. I like my steak medium rare, and every time I asked for medium rare, it was medium or medium well. And I'm like, And it was always closer to medium well than medium, if, but yeah. But then I would notice how they would get sizes correct like every time when she would order medium rare with the sirloin because they are thicker. So I just started getting the sirloin. I was like, screw y'all. But they do make good steaks. They just, our specific location does not know how to make a ribeye, unfortunately. Listen, this is a lot of albacore. We'll keep one and sell the rest. It'll be good money at least. We grilled some New York strips. Those are good too on Tuesday. Heck yes. So we all had steak. Yay. I don't even think Chili's offers New York strips. They'd fuck it up if they did. Dude, I used to love to eat at Texas Roadhouse, but for some reason, there's our squid. For some reason, every time as I got older, after I would have a steak at Texas Roadhouse, I would like get sick. So, kind of had to stop going there. Which is sad because they did such a good job at making steaks. And just the flavor was good. So good. Makes me sad. But that's okay. Can't really have much now anyway. Steak I can have. Um, but like Chili's, they put garlic butter on it, and I can't have garlic. I have to ask without um garlic butter, but just like regular butter. So there's that. Um, that, and then we'll put this and that in there. And then we will rearrange that. I missed the restaurant in your hometown before it closed. Oh, the one I worked at? Yeah, they had good steaks. Yes, yes, ma'am. They sure did. I miss that restaurant as well because I worked there and there were lots of good memories there. Lots and lots of good memories. I'm gonna go check the Nanormals things so we can sell those and get some money. Oh, did I already do that? I feel like, yes. So yeah. Dude, I worked there for 6 years. The first building that they were in is where I started with them. And then shortly after I started, they moved over to the bigger building that they were more known for, which was a nice building. Very nice building. But had a good time there. Learned lots of things. Learned lots. I feel like you always kind of learn a lot when you're like in a restaurant of sorts, whether you're in the back or like serving, which I did both. For years, I did dishes and then moved to dishes and some prep work. Um, and then what is then I moved to like a busser and then a waitress. So, like, I kind of moved throughout the ranks. Didn't the owners start with an H? Not trying to dox you. Um, Last name started with a K. And then the older ladies, like the actual owner, her initials were BK. Okay, I'm gonna flip over to just chatting, and we're gonna switch over to the water park sim just to kind of finish things out. So we are going to exit this door and pull this puppy up. Huh, I thought they had sold it to a show. Maybe later on, but while I worked there and was in town and that kind of stuff, um, it was what I said, but let me think. Oh shoot, what is her name? Because then there were two, they might have bought it after. They may have bought it after the others sold. Because I don't remember when they sold either.